Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hi guys. All right. Hey, Otto. Hi Jill. Hi Kevin. Hi Okuni. Hi Sally. Hi Fairy Dust. Hi Jill. Hi Lindsay. I'm sorry about being late. I got an unexpected phone call when I was supposed to eat, and yeah. Hi Malvina. All right. So my plan for today was to um, give this paint by number a try. Something that was sent to me, and yeah. So it's actually very different because it's acrylic paints and paint by number, which I don't think I've ever done one of these. Hey Sarah! Hi Misha! Sits back menacingly. Hello Ev, we were expecting you. Eee! So like this is the first time I try one of these, and it looks a bit nightmarish when you consider the complexity of it. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's good. Hello mon bébé. Veux-tu nous dire bonjour? Non? Tu t'en fous? Tu t'en vas? Scott is here. Si tu fais la fille. Oh, viens dire bonjour à tes amis. Hop là. C'est ton paint by number now? It's yours? Salut, gros bébé. Hein? Non, tu manges pas les pinceaux. You can kind of see just how bad their ears are. We really try. We put some coconut oil on them, but she kind of licks a bunch of it off. And we tried the cone, but I mean, it's just miserable. She's a cat. She doesn't understand that she should not be scratching the place that is itchy. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Tu es bien malcommode. On voit pas ta tête. We don't see your head. Are you saying this is the least attractive part of your body? Your big tuna face? C'est quoi ton plan là? Non mais tu vas tout faire tomber. Oh mon gros pipi. Ah, t'étais dans le lavabo. She was in the sink because her paws are all wet. Yeah, it's now Scout's scream. I'm a human and frequently struggle with not scratching the itchy place. Dude, me too. Oh, I agree, Jill. Gros pipi. They're all saying hi to you. Right? Tu veux celle ici? Qu'est-ce que t'en penses? I'm sorry that all you can see is half a cat. They're not very good to be at the right place under the camera. There is a cat food made with insects. Maybe it would be good for her. I know just one brand, Mojo, but there's... Oh, I will write it down. We've been able to find a food that is chicken-free. Like, the first time we checked for one, there were really not that many options, but now there seems to be a lot of foods that are made without poultry or chicken. But, like, we don't really know what she's allergic to. Hi, Annette. Hi, Kai. Qu'est-ce que t'en penses, toi? But yeah, I mean, ideally we would have to go the route of doing an elimination diet. Elimination diet. But I'm a bit worried because, I mean, what if she's allergic to something that's in the... Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Tu t'es sur la chaise? Do you want to paint by number with me? No, don't eat the plastic. C'est pas ici. Non. Non. Vai, scusi. All right. Now I have to tell all the stories. Right, let's bring this back in. I don't exactly know how to set it up because it's... Oh no, what happened? What did I do? I'm sorry, what was the loud noise? What was it? So I don't do it again. Trying to put the tray for the paints together. Hey, Cyan, hi! Didn't miss much. I was a bit late and I've just started getting to it, actually. Okay, so that's the thing. Yeah, you may scout. That's a fair point. I'm so sorry. I have no idea like what ends up making a really loud noise and what doesn't. Oh, well, for one thing, these brushes don't really have a glue on them. Yeah, apparently you gotta stick your own numbers on them. Like, they have a number on the lids, but they're like just sort of nonsensical numbers. You drop something off screen or something. I don't even think I did. What? Oh, either way, I'm sorry. Did I? Was it when Scout jumped on the floor? They've given me a guide, a color guide apparently, where you have like the paint number and the equivalent sticker. That was not a fun sound. Oh. Oh my gosh, this one is bent. I don't know if it was bent, like if it's meant to be bent, or if it got bent in transit. This one is a bit bent too. I don't know, maybe that's intentional. Who knows? I've been a boom getting bumped or something. I'm really sorry. Okay, so I had a thought last night that immediately pinged my brain as Caturday territory Nutella jar. They suck. Once the level gets low, tragedy in itself, it's a pain to get the rest out. That's a very fair point. What's a jar? I kind of hate when jars have like hexagonal shape or something. Well, I will. Let me. I had to tweak the audio settings for another live stream yesterday, so hold on. Is this better? Sorry. Oh, the Nutella is too firm. Oh no. Oh my god, I just opened my palette and it stinks so bad. New M. Graham pores as of yesterday. Oh, that's weird. Hexagons are bestagons. I mean, I like hexagons in any other context than a jar. Because it's kind of annoying to try and get the stuff that's in the like in the corners. Or anything that like gets smaller, and then you have like the lid. Because like, why? Just make it straight up like a mason jar. Like, the mason jars that are basically just a cylinder. Those are the best. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna need a brush. A brush? What? Scissor. Is it still making that fuzz sound once in a while, though? This is really vacuum packed. Okay, cool. I think that might have been the noise gate settings, possibly. All right. By the way, Roman Schmal Perline Green Deep has sent. Oh, I don't think mine has one. Encore toi? Qu'est-ce que tu viens faire? Non, tu peux pas sauter sur la table, il y a plein de trucs. Salut, Scoot. The painting is going to look so cool if you can finish it. That's sort of... Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Hey, Mikey! Polyester spatulas can be stiff and great for mixing and spreading acrylic. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so that's the 1921 jar, so it's jar number 3. 3? Yeah, sure. And it goes here. They kind of fit in at an angle, because if you're familiar with this type of jar, they're usually kind of connected together, and they've just like cut off the thingy, but it's still there, so the jar doesn't stay like put in the. I would have to force it down and make a notch in the cardboard base. 1907. Bingo. Qu'est-ce que tu fais, la fille, là? Is there enough of the yellow? I'm really not sure, honestly. This is a really big canvas. It's not fully on screen. And these are really teeny tiny jars, so that's one of the things that I'm a bit dubious about. Ben oui, c'est sûr. Tu viens aider. Allô? Ouais? Puis, c'est le fun? T'amuses-tu? You inspecting? Is everything like in good order? Non, mais peut-être pas quand même. Oops, sorry. What am I gonna do with you? Tu peux te coucher là? C'est une belle place. Qu'est-ce que t'en penses? Sorry. Yeah, we are trying a paint by number. I have a question about these paint by numbers. I have 2 that the paint's completely right on me. I want to get acrylics to paint them, but with minimal number of paints purchased, what are the best ones? Ooh. That's a bit difficult, because maybe... Oh, yeah. The sound buzzed again, huh? I think if you want to get minimal number of paint, you would have to mix every color, but if you want to keep the idea of the paint by number, you can get some something like Deco Art, which is about $2 a jar, and it's really decent. Like, I like it. It's really nice acrylic, so. Hey, Yuri, hi. Oh my gosh. Where is the... Oh, it flew away. Alright, let's... Why do they don't label these when they make them, honestly? This is a bit silly. Oh, so many tiny jars, guys. I'm putting them all wrong side around. Yeah, it has to show that I've never done this before. Not a clue what I'm doing, but I think I know why I've been putting them the wrong side, because the number is... Yeah, I put all the numbers. I should put them the other way around. That would be intelligent. How do I want it? Like this. Oh, this one is fine. So what's the smaller printout of the image for? This one? This one here? It's the one that has all the color coding on it. Of like, take this nonsensical number and then put the appropriate sticker on it. Doesn't look like the swatch at all, but yeah. And the bigger one here, I think, is a map to kind of see the numbers in case you paint over them and can't see them anymore. 8. The unpainted but smaller. Yeah, it's the like the map of the codes. This paint by number set is by Crafties. I will put, when this is available on replay, I will put the link to this painting and the company in the description. I put them the good side up now. Yeah, this is like a map. Like, say I paint over a section, like you have teeny tiny numbers in here, and I guess I can sort of refer to this and try to guess what the numbers is. I mean, for some of them it's going to be impossible to read on this sheet. My expectation is not necessarily to be able to do it exactly like this, because I'm fairly sure that at some point some of the numbers are gonna become invisible and I'll have to improvise a bit. I have a book of mandalas that I paint sometimes. That sounds nice. 21. That's a weird order. Like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 13 is over there. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then gotta go back here. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Why? I like that it's kind of a canvas though. I don't know how it's gonna pan out as I try to paint it, but it's fun. Who has tried making paid by numbers in the chat? I need a pen. Give me a pen. You tried? Jill says, I've done a couple of paint by numbers. They were fun. Farida says, I've never tried, but I've always wanted to. Paint by numbers and coloring books seem so relaxing. Akuni says, I tried. Hi, Melissa. Melissa says, when I was 7. How was the experience? I know myself well enough to never try it. How? What do you mean by that, Otto? Paxapain says, not in a great many years, and I'm not sure I ever completed one, but organizing beforehand was amazing. Do they always come with the paint in tiny jars like that? Hi, Susan. Hi. I totally didn't follow everything exactly though. Many of the tiny fiddle space bled together. Yeah, Jill, that's kind of like the little tiny areas on this one are kind of scary. Alright. That says I don't have the patience for these things. Paint by number, coloring in books. Someone bought me a coloring book many years back. I tried coloring one page and threw it in the bin. Oh no. I kind of have an issue like mentally with coloring books, is that if I were to color in one, I would feel super guilty about it, because I would be thinking like, why am I not working on my own drawings instead? I struggle with separating the two. Alright, almost done. completed. I loved it. It was the closest thing to real paint, except for the plastic brush. What? It's a plastic brush? All right. I have no idea where to start. This. Let's start with this one here. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Start from top left. It's a bit far, but I'm gonna need more tea for this. Delicious tea with cat hair. I think your idea is better, Otto, because I don't really have a lot of space for rotating this. I might have to go like until this point and then, I don't know, flip it over and start again. Okuni says my mom did them on a Lazy Susan and went from the middle out. That's a really good idea. Why so many... Right. Got it. Okay, that's still on screen. The first color I see is 24. Oh, the paint is still not dry, so that's a good point. 24, huh? It's quite opaque. I don't think it's opaque enough to cover up the numbers in one layer, but we'll have to see when it dries, because usually paints lose a bit of opacity as they dry. And I'm doing on purpose, going a bit over the lines so that there's a bit of overlap when I paint the surrounding colors in. It doesn't look like nearly enough paint for that size canvas. Yeah, a tiny bit, right? What's the paint like? It's actually really not that bad. It's I don't know if you guys can see, but it's has kind of a medium body. It's this, well, at least this color. It's not too thin, it's not too liquidy. How's the brush? I mean, it's okay. It's kind of, you know, your average sort of dollar store brushes that are not terrible, but well, not yet. It might like come apart later on. It doesn't. It has a point, but the point is a bit curled. So it comes with a lot of brushes though, so that's kind of nice. But hopefully they will be good for the whole thing. Oh, that's a weird color. This one seems to have the same kind of body than the first color I tried. It's a bit more transparent though. Yeah. There is an annoying like thing stuck on my brush. How many brushes? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of these blue brushes, and there's also like a few brushes in here with the screws, and I'm not entirely sure. I would never put brushes and metal objects all in the same bag, because I mean, I know they sort of have a plastic cover. Oh, of course. And shut down you. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to install these after, so you can hang your painting if you want, because it's a canvas. But you also have these yeah, these really simple brushes. The flat one is absolutely useless somewhat. I don't know if you can see, but like it has a semi-flat side here, but shorter hairs on the side. Maybe the pointed ones are better, but hard to say. Alright, let's... Oh. I think the surface of the canvas seems to be quite decent. It doesn't have too much of a tooth that it's hard to paint on it, but it's kind of a nice surface, I would say. This is a weird color that is sort of not necessarily on the printout of the drawing I choose, but I guess we'll see. We'll see a lot of things. What's that number? What a weird combination of like levels of material. I agree. It's like it wants to be. I think this is supposed to be like the super high quality bundle. But I mean, like, am I ever gonna use this one? Like, really? I think less brushes, but a tiny bit more reliable would have been nice too. Okay, so let's try a light color. The color number 20, which is kind of a off-white. I think that so far the thing that surprises me, not surprised like because I wasn't expecting, I just had no experience and no expectations, but I think the paint viscosity is quite nice. When I show the brushes. Oops, sorry. Frida says, but yeah, fewer brushes, even just one tiny and one medium of decentish quality would have been more useful. I agree. They're not expensive too. Like synthetic brushes of decent quality, they don't cost a lot. And I mean, this is not a set that costs like $20. This is relatively expensive. The paint's opacity is kind of decent, I would say. Like, I have to layer it a bit thickly to cover the numbers, but it works. It's not super thin, at least not yet. I haven't tried one of the super bright colors. Like colors that are mixed with white, it's not exactly worrisome. I think that something like this, though, can be a really fun project for us in our state of confinement. Like, just as a way to do something that is like that will keep you busy, but that will not that will still block like all the stressors from necessarily bothering you. See, this one, this sort of magenta color is a bit more transparent. With the fact that it's more transparent, it's also more streaky. when the company who makes those wrote to me to ask if I wanted to try one of these, they also mentioned that this would be a fun project to do with a bunch of friends over like a group call with glasses of wine. And well, you guys know I don't drink, but I can see the appeal of doing this as a group activity too, like with friends, where the focus is just more about being with other people. But with COVID, it's a bit difficult, so this way you can kind of do, it's like cooking over FaceTime, but instead you're like painting. And since it's a paint by number, even your friends who don't paint, like it's accessible to them, I guess. I think I need to get this one done. Even the vacuum sealed paints are trying to dry. They are on the goopy rough too. Ooh, eep, Lindsay. Yeah. Crocheting has been something nice and weirdly therapeutic for me recently, even if it's only a chain I'm making. Otto says, Kevin, I find crochet the most therapeutic thing in my life. It is really therapeutic. Susan says, that is how the crochet madness starts. Hi, Barbara. Crochet madness. Oh man, I kind of want to crochet. Lab Accident says, I solved my Mission Gold Flow issue. What was the issue? Susan, I have quilted a Christmas panel today. It's a very large one with vibrant color. Ooh! Otto says, is it something you can finish in an evening though? I doubt it, especially if like alcohol is involved. But I would have to check on the website if they perhaps have smaller ones or ones that have less detail. Like if something was this big but had a lot less tiny areas, I think it would be possible to and I mean the goal is to have fun too, so it might take a spin towards being more of an abstract painting throughout the evening. But yeah, anyway, that's the idea that they were pitching to me. But then again, might be kind of expensive to try and do that in group. Otto says, had a bad day, crochet. Had an eventful day, crochet. Had a boring day, crochet. Barbara says, I had to rescue a bunch of tubes trying to dry out on me, and now I am paranoid. Acrylics, watercolor, what was it? Otto says, Mwah! Given you have crossed to the yarn side. So Love Accident says, it wasn't flowing nicely with some of my other paints. I had the Oxgall. Oh, sorry. Surprise yawn. I'm sorry. I had the Oxgall in my stash of stuff. Yeah, I'm not drinking coffee today, so surprise yawns. Kevin says, I'm sorry, my drunken self would never be able to stay in the lines. Yeah, this one? Are you kidding me? Like I'm sober and I'm not sure I'll be able to stay within the lines. There's just so many of those. Farida says, yes, crochet. I'm finally doing my baby niece's stuffed bunny. 2 years after I started planning it. I'll be making scarves for my Christmas gift basically, and I want to learn to knit socks. What color is this? 23? Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. I think this would have been a fun thing to offer with acrylic markers. You know, something like Posca pens, or a bootleg version of Posca pens. I know I mixed a few replies. Oh, you're end sewing the quilt too, Susan. Wow. DS watercolor tubes. No. Why were they drying out? My serpentine and Mayan blue genuines tried to dry up. I'm going to have to check every 2. Oh, I know that kind of stress. Or any kind of pens, of brush pens. I have a hand sewn quilt that's kind of like a family heirloom. And it was really interesting to hear my dad talk about how his mom made it, because it was in a small village, like a typical French Canadian village, and my grandma would get together with her sisters and like the wives of brothers and all that, and there would be a bunch of women and have like all go to the same house, all bring the kids, and they would what was it, like smoke and drink alcohol and hand sew kilt at the same time. And I'm like, what? It's kind of like badass in a way. Oh, that's so awesome. Susan says, it is a quilt that I've had for 3 years now. It's a winter project because it's so warm. Oh, it's gonna be so nice when it's like completed. That's an accomplishment. Okay, let's try. No, this is... There was a drop of water on my brush, I think, and it just dropped. Let's try a smaller brush, because it's... Wait, what? Yeah, I think the brush sizing on these is a bit rubbish. Like, I picked a brush that's basically the same size as the one I was using before, and it's supposed to be a 2-0, but it's about the same size as the 2. I should try your fingers. Oh man, that's fun. quilting bee. What's a quilting bee? Oh, it's someone who quilts. Okay, so we can have a quilting bee, a knitting circle, and a happy hooker brothel. Oh yeah, I've got one of those quilting bee quilts that has got a cigarette burn patched over. So you know what I mean, right? Yeah, I have my new paints. What did you get, lab accident? Oh, Otto, we finally got around to restarting elementary again. Oh, it's so good. It's so fun to start from the beginning because you get to see where Sherlock started and where he's at now. Good boy. He's such a jerk in the beginning. Oh, I love the show. Alright, so my first thought so far is that I don't remember the painting, like the artwork having these colors, really. And it kind of doesn't. Yeah, it's kind of weird because unless I did something wrong, like, oh, it's probably this area here, but this weird area of like the really pale sort of pinkish color and the yellow is kind of weird. And then I don't really see where this blue is. Anyway. Ooh, Elementary is so good, especially the first 3 seasons. What's is the image back? It's on the side actually. Like it's like this, because otherwise it doesn't fit on my desk. Oh, the colors. No, it's supposed to be the proper, like they're supposed to be the same. You can sort of see the nose of the tiger here and the mouth here and the eyes are over here. This is the, well, under here you have this is the ear. I agree on the jerk part. He is such a jerk! It's amazing. Hey, Tsukabu, hi! Is that a mirror image? Wait, what? Oh yeah, there's probably like the same colors, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. I think the original artwork is really, really nice. I'm not sure that this will turn out as nice. My tea is getting cold. Alright. You should order a custom paint by number of either your art or photos of your cats. Yeah, I would love that. I don't know if there's a service that offers custom paint by numbers. Pretty sure I could like put one together myself though. Like in Photoshop or something. I do need... Well, I should have put my tea in one of those double-walled metal cups. That stays really warm. Oh, my cat just came on my desk to give me a head bump. He never does that. Oh, hi, kitty! That's adorable! What I want to do one day is get a pin by numbers and match the colors they provide to professional colors I have. Then I know it'll be light fast and I've got plenty. Oh, that's a good idea, Tsukaboo. There is ads for the custom paint by numbers online. Oh, cool. If you should try diamond painting. I think that would drive me bonkers though. I think I would just like go crazy. I love those Schminke boxes, though. I wish they sold the special granulation set wooden boxes on their own. Art supply companies charged so much for putting their tube in a wooden box that would cost how much to make. Well, that's the thing, though. The few wooden boxes I've seen from Schminke were really nice. They were not like balsam wood and super like cheap. They look like nice boxes, but dude, the boxes on top of the granulation sets, it's really expensive. Like, it's about 100 Canadian per 5 tubes. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Does anyone knows watercolor blocks? Well, watercolor pads, you mean? Like the gummed pads. You have the Canson Heritage. What else? You have some by Legion. The I can't think, but they have their watercolor paper. Like, there's quite a Winsor & Newton also has a gummed pad. What it says, oh wow, Ev, I didn't realize those circles of numbers are different from the background. Yeah. And I mean, it probably doesn't show on camera, but you have like some teeny tiny outlines in certain areas, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm glad the paint is relatively thick, so when I open these, it doesn't just gush out. Oh, this one is very transparent. That is insane. It is a bit, honestly. Stonehenge, that's the word I couldn't find in my brain. I find the Winsor & Newton one quite like arches. I would try diamond paintings if the diamonds were much bigger. I just can't, like, it triggers the same kind of reaction that the coloring book would, and that I would automatically feel like I should be practicing some sort of drawing thing that I am not happy with at the moment. Like, oh, you need to practice humans because you're not happy with the way you draw them. I swear, in some areas there is no way I can see the numbers. It's like, it's so like first of all they're piled on top of one another, and there's like 3 of them right next to one another. So good luck figuring that out. Yikes. No idea. And it says, I love the Winsor Newton 100% cotton paper, but I can only find them in 4-side glued blocks. Oh no. Diamond paintings then require a lot of deep thinking, which is sort of meditative. Yeah, but then again, I can absolutely see that. No arguing. But if I want to do something meditative, I will go crochet. Because I'm like, when I'm done with my crochet project, I have a blanket that I can offer as a gift. And there is like less chances of all the little diamonds rolling all around and being eaten by cats. No difference between 1-side glued or 4-side. Oh, really? On sites like Jackson's, they are separated in blocks or gummed pads. Diamond paintings can even be bought on AliExpress. I miss AliExpress. My wallet probably not, but I do. Magnifying glass time, dude. Salmon. I just realized what the typo is. I kind of like salmon oink yarn with hollow too. Everyone say hi, Saf. Aww. Yeah, that's the thing, Melissa. That's one of the things I kind of have issues with, just with my regular drawings. I end up making a lot of drawings and then I'm like, oh, okay, so what do I do with those now? And that's just the regular stuff, so I really try to pick my hobbies in terms of, can I do something with the finished product, or am I gonna be stuck with it in a way? Because, I mean, I think I would enjoy kind of trying all the hobbies, because I've never had, like, I like trying stuff and learning stuff from those, but yeah, it's storage that's the issue. So 19. Like, I feel bad when I want to do abstract pieces, because I'm like, ugh, they're just gonna take up space afterwards and gonna give me anxiety because I don't know what to do with those. Grief. This is why I'm so glad I found a charity that would take my crochet blankets away and give it to children who needs them. That's really awesome, although it's like it's a match made in heaven, as the expression would say. And it says, like when I was into cake decorating but could not eat all the cake. Oh my gosh, I would so try. and consequences would be what you'd expect. Oh man, cake. Cake. Wow, an area bigger than the other ones. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, this is a lot of it. Thanks guys, but I want to appear to be some saint. I have a compulsion to make crochet blankets. Yeah, that, I mean, it's not about it. You could be trying to sell them or, you know, something else, but it's really nice that you're good with giving them away. There's carrot cake in my fridge. Ooh! Trying to get even colors using watercolor on unsized paper is challenging. Dude, why are you doing that to yourself, Amisha? Otto says I am 5 blankets away from crocheting 60 blankets this year. That's like more than 1 a week. That's amazing. Sorry. Maxopane says I accidentally got my hubby a bit tanked at lunch the other day. Ordered in some mince pies and they had been thoroughly soaked in brandy. Whoa. This is not easy. I'm gonna end up with cramps from holding this tiny brush. Oh, donuts! Did I make the talk? Did I miss the talk of donuts? What is everyone's favorite holiday sweet? Ooh. Am I the only one who gets more excited about the present they're getting for themselves than any that they're getting for other people? Dude. I keep saying dude today, but it's a dude day. Absolutely. Though I'm always super happy when I can, have an idea of an excellent gift for someone else. I'm always excited to see if I was right or not, but yeah. Sorry, I had to pet the cat. That's an absolutely good reason. I feel like I'm painting with butter. Not in terms of texture, just in terms of the color. Jeez. Still trying to figure out what is my favorite holiday treat. Really hard to choose one. My grandpa and my mom used to do anis brittle, which is a kind of sort of, it's a bit like a macaroon shell, but it's made with hazelnuts, and it has I don't know what's the name of the spice in English, but it's anis in French. I know. But it's a Alsatian thing. Oh no, box of paint, what? Box of paint says, last year I ordered the hubs, the Chicago skyline and the light set. We met in Chicago, and Santa had a hiccup and only the lights arrived. So it was not a very good surprise when the skyline showed up in January. Whoops. Aww, Otto. Otto says, this year I had a desk calendar made with jazz photos because we are so not over jazz. Jazz will be forever, I agree. I think I would be a bit surprised if someone told me they are completely over something like that. Like, you're never really over a pet. Tired of this color. Which one is 12? Ooh, Otto says favorite Christmas sweets. Not specifically Christmas sweets, but I only get it at Christmas. Terry's chocolate, orange, and dark chocolate. We kind of can only find those during the holiday season. Aww. The paint colors they send don't look the same as the picture. Yeah, not. hard to see because the picture is really like small. So that's why I'm trying. I kind of want to get like a small area fully completed just to be able to compare it better with the reference. Oh, this yellow is so transparent. I mean, that's a relatively usual thing, like yellows are transparent, but in a situation of a paint by number where they put the number on every surface, well, it's gonna show through. This is insane. Oh, oh, oh. It's not seasonal truly, but I would love a snowman piss dispenser with lots of piss. Well, I think snowman, do you mean like what's his name? Olaf? Or do they make like non-franchised piss dispenser? I don't know if you can tell, but I'm absolutely not painting within the lines. Oh well. that yellow is terrible. It's not quite. It's just not. Yeah, but the thing is, if they added the titanium and I used it to make the colors more opaque, they wouldn't look like what they're supposed to. Where am I going with this? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I wanted to do a thing like, because my head is starting to spin, so let's just put this aside. Let's get this and this. Here, let's use this one. Oh no! Poor little gerbils. Yeah, I think they should have printed the numbers and the lines a bit lighter, but then again, people might have complained that it's hard to see. Yo, I was this week old when I learned that there are US style snowmen and Japanese style snowmen. What? Same? So US, we make them with three balls, and Japanese style snowman has 2 balls. Why I find that so funny. Oh, I'm struggling with it, Amisha. But I think the thing I'm struggling with it the most is that I'm slowly building it up. And it doesn't really look like the reference. So I want to try and use some of this precious paint and dab perhaps some of it next to the color it's supposed to be. Just so we can see like if it matches or not. I think I started with a paint by number. That's too much of a too high level for me. What's this one? 20. What about football snowman? Thank you, Fairy Dust. Fairy Dust says, honestly, Ev, I think you've given that thing a fair shot. I wouldn't blame you if you decided to quit. I think I would often make snowmen that were 3 balls high, but they would have like a big fat bottom and then a medium sized torso and then a teeny tiny head, because I wouldn't be able to lift the head up to to the top. not much of a smell to them. It's true, I lived in Strappenscandus Dudeville. Lots of 6-foot-tall 6th graders, including girls. Whoa. Hey, have a good nap, Jill. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, but at least the paints are looking. So there's a few that are quite similar, but there's a few that really aren't. So like this blue is probably a very, very obvious example. These two are off too. Like this one here looks more like this color. This one is close, but not exactly. Same for these two. Like this one is really like a quin violet, and this one is like a really magenta color. While here it's more of a red and more of a like burgundy color. These ones are quite good. These two seem to be okay. We are 12 collectively. Okay, this one doesn't look. This one is so off, it's not even funny. I mean, I'm not. I can understand that the colors are not the same, but I would have appreciated if they had sorry. But yeah, if they had like adjusted the reference to have colors closer to what the paints actually are, I don't think I would have been against it. Like at least you would know what you are aiming for. Gouache dries darker. Acrylic dries more transparent, but I think it dries pretty true to color. Wow, what? Oof, wait, what? Like, it might look good as a tiny swatch, but when you look at the jar and at the swatch, it's a drastically different color. It might work with this color, but it's very difficult to use the printout as reference because you kind of always feel like you've made a mistake. Ah, Jesus. Pretty hard to fail with the white color. I'll have sort of hiccups now. Oh no! Oh, what is this color? Seems like it's probably just black. Yeah, I saw that, Tsukawa. I saw you were painting with koi paints. I'm kind of itching to get the watercolors out now. Oh boy. Oof. Have we all been nipping the ornery sauce today? What is that? I kind of wish I had cake. Sugar is always very appealing when you feel that sleepy all the time. Alright, last two colors to swatch out on the sheet. So I would say that so far the things I like is the fact that the company seems to team up with artists so that the paint by numbers they offer on their website are artwork made by artists. So I guess they probably have a tiny income from that, which is great. So I think that's great. I kind of feel like the texture of the paint is quite nice. Like it's sorry, I need water. Where's my water? Ah. Sorry. Okay, so the paint's nice texture, nice body to the paint. The fact that they support artists is also something I find quite cool. Things that I would probably love to see a bit of changes done would be things like about the brushes, to have maybe less brushes, or if they could select from a range, say when you have a painting like the one that I have that has not that many large areas, that they don't send you like the big flat brushes that you won't need, but that they perhaps send you a few brushes of better quality. And then also that they maybe update the reference here with the colors, the actual colors of the paints. Like, because if you kind of just look at the colors, oh, that's photo paper, interesting. Okay, so like that's a nice selection of colors. I'm not mad at that. It's nice, but it's not necessarily a match to these. And if they kind of picked these, I don't know, maybe they didn't. But like if they eye dropped the colors from the swatch here from the colors in there, it's gonna be pretty hard to paint with these because they're not gonna be a match. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like this blue here is, well, I don't even know where it is in there. But anyway, you have like a very, very vibrant, saturated cyan swatch, and then you get sort of a more of a tint over here. Like there's definitely more white in this paint than the swatch. Like this yellow is a bit more golden than the actual paint. So it's all tiny details, but it's enough tiny details that when you put them together, they kind of look weird. Like if you look at the area that I painted, it seems to be on the reference to be much more of a dark sort of wine color, not this really bright magenta. So I'm like, okay, is it me? Did I do something wrong all the time? Like, and the sort of the balance of the yellow, like here, the more vivid yellow, the fact that it's not quite as golden as the reference kind of gives a weird impression to this. So yeah, I don't know. So I guess that's my first impressions. Put this aside before I get a headache. Looks like that blue is the underside of the tiger's jaw. Oops. The paint dries fast. I think that's kind of cool. Less chance of, you know, smearing everything. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Still kind of looks a bit more teal on there. So I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. But I mean, it's not teal, the swatch, so I'm like, it was sent to me for free, but I know this specific bundle is quite expensive. I'll have to go check their site again, see if there is something that I think is possibly like from what I've tested with these, if I can find a set that I would think would be perhaps more fun. I don't know if they sell just the canvases or just the, you know, just the drawing, so that you can use your own acrylics paints and your own brushes. to paint it, because like I said, you can get like nice full bottles of Deco Art matte acrylic for $2 Canadian. So that's basically nothing. And I mean, I like them. You've seen me paint with them. They're good. And you can get like a zillion colors. So it would be really easy to just take any kind of paint by number and say you need 15 colors. Well, you budget about $30 and you go pick out your colors from the Americana Deco Art. The Americana Deco Art is the company, Americana is the range. Let's check. What's the brand called again? It's their URL is craft-ease.com. I'm always I'm always a bit lost when I have to translate like punctuation and signs like that, because I'm like, what is it in English? Like comma and woo. So yeah, the fact that they're supporting artists is really cool. So that's great. But dang, their actual paint by numbers, they're all so detailed. I wish there were a few that are like super basic. Like, just as an example. Can I get the picture of the artwork? Okay, hold on. No, where's the artwork, guys? Oh, there it is. I think, like, this is a pretty image. I just don't know, like that's the actual painting they used as reference. So I'm like, what's the... Oh, okay, so that's what the paint by number looks like. I don't know if you guys can see. It's simplified, so that's lovely. That's nice. You can get a rolled kit or a framed kit. I think, well, they obviously sent me the framed kit, I guess. And that's 80 Canadian dollars or about. The rolled kit is half that. They have really beautiful paintings on there. Just if you decide to take a look at it, make sure you check what the they also have diamond paintings, but make sure you check what the transformed image for the paint by number looks like I just did. Did you put the link to the tiger one, Otto? They say buy 3 get 1 free on all kits. I really like the paintings they had. I chose the tiger because I was like, I kind of need it to be a cat thing. Like, this is my channel, so I gotta make it a cat thing, but you kind of have a bit of everything on there. Yes, I did. It's for the tiger one. Thank you so much. What's the brightener that they say? Hold on, wait, what? I gotta find it on my phone. Where are you? Tiger. Taiga. Taiga. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's the tiger. frame kit. Let's see. Okay, numbers are indicated on each canvas, yes. Each number represents the color of the provided paint pot. Yeah, fill the numbered space with the corresponding numbered color. Follow the numbers, become the painter. It says every Crafties paint by number rolled canvas kit version includes all you need to recreate each artwork. So you have the numbered canvas, type high grade linen fabric canvas, ready to use acrylic paint pots with numbers, wooden paint brushes of multiple sizes, picture of the finished painting. And the frame kit means that the canvas is on a frame. Colors. A maximum of 24 colors shall be provided for each craft kit. Sorry. So yeah, that's basically what I got. There is the like this printout, which I guess is kind of the guide. This was necessary because the paint were not numbered to match the artwork. And the box, if you get the frame set, the box comes with direction to transform it into an easel so that you can work at an angle. I didn't set it up because you wouldn't really have been able to see. I don't know what the brightener thing is. $65. So that's the US dollar, the US dollar price, right? Yeah, me too. Looks like diamond painting is mostly like pixel art with glittery pixels. Did you get a brightener? I don't know what that is. I got these thingamajigger, and I keep hitting the mic pop-up shield. I got these thingies to tie it to the wall. I got this thing. I have no idea what this is for. Maybe that's the brightener. So all the brushes. There's big flat, medium flat. I don't know what that is. I guess small flat? Yeah, that probably is. Large filbert, medium filbert. Then a range of 5 round brushes that are all fairly similar, to be honest. The bigger one is supposed to be a 5. This one is supposed to be a 3. This one is a 2. This one is the weirdest one I've ever seen. And that's supposed to be a 2-0, but it's definitely not. I don't know, is it this thing? What do you do with this? Let me grab the box. Where did I put the box? Oh. They recommend to start with the color that takes up the largest surface. As you get into more intricate parts, use smaller paint brushes to paint more accurately. Yeah, well. It is normal that the colors of print and the paint colors vary slightly. Yeah, I don't... this is basically what they say is in the box. At the bottom, you can see there. Content: canvas, paintbrushes and colors, frame, and paint pot holder. Is it a varnish? I don't know. Is it supposed to be included in the set? Scraper highlight. Oh, that's what this is for. I don't know what it's supposed to do. It's not doing much. Oh, is it to brighten up the thingy before you paint over it, maybe? No, I don't know. Hey, Alex! Yeah, it's shown in the tiger painting kit. Weird. Well, let me check that out. Huh. Oh, they're having a discount for Black Friday, 30% off. Okay, yeah, I see. I see what you mean. Brightener. Maybe it really depends on the painting. Because there definitely was not an extra paint pot with this one. But perhaps some paintings require that brightener. Oh, dip it in white paint and dot highlights. Oh, perhaps. That's clever. You guys are clever. All right. I know, I saw it. It shows it in the what's included, but the kind of reference painting on that picture is another one. So I don't know about that. I don't know what I would have to brighten to. I don't understand. It's showing two different pics. What? I love how the picture for the brightener is just like a picture of a paint pot open with some transparent stuff in there, and that's it. It's like, okay. I know what it looks like, but what is it supposed to do? 3 photos. I don't know if it's something they added after I got mine, because I received it some time ago. Put my book of swatches. Oh, there it is. This stick is actually to scratch your head while you're trying to figure out what the brand. Oh, that's excellent, Melissa. So I can take that out again. I finally took the time to set up and swatch all my Roman Schmal colors, and I am in love with their greens. I think they have some of the nicest green paints of all the ranges. It was a bit of a struggle because I had to find a way to put these pans in a box that was not metal, because they're so full and they can make the tray rusts, like the metal trays for the paint tins rust, and I'm like, nope, not having any of this. And this is a sneak peek of the 25 colors, the 25 new colors. And I'm working on a video with these and I'm super excited. They're so nice. I wanted to check if the pearl green smells like something. Ugh. That's how I ended up setting my palette. Oh, my Berlin green smells kind of good. Yeah. So that's how I ended up setting the sort of regular colors in there. This is parchment paper for cooking. And I used double-sided tape. Where is it? I don't have it. But it's like a transparent sort of silicone, sticky silicone thing that is reusable. And I use that. And I think so far this is my my best idea for how to put these in sort of a pan. Because I kind of need these spaces for mixes, and I don't like having just one big space for mixing. So if I can put the pans in the one big space and then use these compartments for mixing, that might work. And also no metal, so there shouldn't be any rusting. When paint starts to smell bad, it didn't smell bad, it smelled nice. These smell more like the sticky things under them than the so yeah, these were there already and it didn't feel like removing them, but yeah. So I'm kind of happy with that so far. And I can just pile on the tray on top and it closes, and that's ideal. Lovely. Yeah, it's a really nice big palette. It's made by Mugello, and it's one of those with the you know, the silicone thing to make it airtight. I just hope that the paint won't start, because Roman Schmal paints are really quite moist, so I really hope they won't start like going bad in there. Isn't there some brand that uses clove oil as a preservative? I think it's only artisanal paints. I don't think I've seen any professional paint use clove oil. I can open the book again if you want, Amisha. But I will be making a video on these. Of course. I mean, duh. I'm trying to think if I have a favorite color in the new range. Well, in the new range, in the new ones. They're all quite nice, honestly. I'm glad that Otto has made peace with the oranges, or she would be really upset with this area. Why so many orange colors? Why? It's really interesting in the sense that, you know, they have their shadow violet color, and now they have the shadow violet light too, but it's kind of smooth. It has some really, really minor granulation, not like mineral violet or Pribish gray. So it's really good. Their sap green is really intense. And I really tried to make like Aquarius green and shadow violet sort of granulate and did that. I did think that when I saw the announcement. That's why I haven't bought them yet. They have many good granulating new colors. Like the Potter's Pink is nice. Cobalt Sea Blue, Cobalt Blue Deep are really, really nice too. Like super strong granulation. The Aquarius Brown is also granulating, the Goethite. I really like their malachite. It's a difficult color. First of all, it reacts a lot with everything metal, so be careful about that. And then it's kind of a weak color, but it has a kind of a mass tone that is more blue, and then it gets a bit more yellow and gray. What is the new green? This one? That's sap green light. So that's sap green, that's sap green light. It's quite similar. That's the Perylene Green Deep. It looks almost like black. I like their Lazurite, even if it's a really weak color. The Vivianite is also nice. Like, these are really difficult pigment to work, I think. Malachite is going to change color. Yeah, that's what I expect. Because it's already starting to. It's a fun color. I like it. I have it from Kremer too. And the Kremer one is you really gotta let it re-wet for a long time. It's not interested in reactivating all that much. So that's the older ones. I use this book a lot for swatches and tests. It's the first time I have an actual watercolor book with good enough paper that I can do tests on it and they're reliable for painting. The stone itself is really unstable. The only way you can stabilize it is to coat it in resin. Oh, good to know. Yeah, I've had probs with the Kremer Yinmin Blue. Is it dry like a rock? I don't know if that's a pigment problem or a Kremer problem. I've had a lot of these issues with the Kremer paints. They say some color gets harder the longer you leave it. Yeah, which sucks. This is the Hertzeth. This color has completely changed color. It doesn't look like that anymore at all. You can tell some have gone harder because they've shrunk. I always feel guilty because it's like the set is telling me that it's like they're telling me that I don't paint enough with these sets, and I'm like, oh, I know, I'm sorry. So that's the Kremer Malachite. It's this swatch here. That's their Azurite, I think. I think this one is also like dry. I would have expected something a bit different. Yeah, one is my selection of colors that I got from Kramer, and the other one is the Earth set. I should really take them out and like swatch them in this on this paper to use as good reference. Put a bit of honey in my Kramer pigments as I mold them. Yeah, the issue is not the Kramer pigments, it's the Kramer ready-made colors, because they're mix of humectant, binder, preservatives and all that is weird, and it makes for really dry paints, like really hard paints. So I've struggled, like when I mold with Kramer pigments, I use my own binder and my own formula, and it's perfectly fine, no issues there. But dude, they're handmade paints over there, and sometimes you can even find some that will rub off. What paper is that? I have no idea. It's 100% cotton cold press 300 GSM paper, but it doesn't say what brand. And I will also be making a video on this when I'm done with the book, which is, I'm almost done with it. There's a few pages left. It's like my first, like, usually I would use good paper for actual paintings and use cellulose paper for practice, but it's kind of not always helpful. So someone very generously sent me these to try out, and I will be reporting on these. So you can kind of see, like, it's just, I was testing out brushes on that page, then waterproof inks, more brushes, testing the Caliro / Finetech paints, and other swatches, then other tests, swatches and tests, and swatches and tests, and all of that. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And I find it super handy to have it in a sketchbook like that, because it means it's all together, you know. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you painted with a different palette every day, it would still take you too long to get back to. Hey, is that a subtle dig? Yeah. What's the name of the paper? It's the sketchbook. Sorry, it's a sketchbook you can buy from artist Michael Soloviev. So it's Michael SOLOVYEV. Is that how you say that? .net. And he sells them in his shop. And they're nice. The only issue I've run into is signatures coming apart. But I am not kind with sketchbooks. So, and yeah, the pages will sort of buckle a tiny bit. That's it. Misha's like, no! Just that you've tested so many paints for us that you have a lot of... I do. I need to get rid of a few, so I need to think a way to have a giveaway or something. This is kind of pretty. Okay. Did you find it on Amazon, Otto? Really? Cool. Yes, it is 100% cotton, and it is like 140 pound, 300 GSM. It is not thinner paper. It is nice, like, good paper, thick. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm trying the Etcher sketchbook too. You know, I can find anything. You have like master internet sleuth skills. I didn't even know they had them on Amazon. And the other cotton one that I'm currently sort of playing with is this Etcher one. It's a bit different. It's slightly thinner paper, and the paper has an obvious front and back. Well, obvious. More obvious than this one. This one, I couldn't tell you if there's a front and a back to the paper. There is no discernible pattern. While this one has a discernible pattern. Yeah. It's one of my superpowers. If it's on a normal web, I will find it. That's awesome. What's everyone's superpowers? Oh. I don't know. The sketchbook is out of stock on Amazon at the moment, but it will give you a starting point. That's interesting. I'll have to check it out. Oh, are you for real? I didn't know Lindsay made that video, Misha. So Misha says, if you feel guilty about your palettes, go watch The Frugal Crafter go through all her watercolor palettes. It's 2.5 hours long. Oh man, I didn't know Lindsay had the guts to do that video. I'm too terrified. My mom says it's being able to spend money faster than I can save it. Oh no. It's not even a superpower. I can combine food really well. Oh, that's interesting. Akuni says my superpower is always picking the most expensive item out of a field of items. Oh no. Is it a recent video? I'll have to go check it out. Oh, dude. 2 hours, 34 minutes and 10 seconds. Dang. Getting hurt in the weirdest of ways seems to be mine. Oh no! That or being able to do more complex things easier than simple things. Oh, I'll definitely add that to my playlist for when I work. It's a stream. Oh, it was a live stream. Ooh. I think if I were to do a live stream of all my palettes, it might take 2 hours and a half. Can't link it because iPad and it just refuses to do random things. Oh, no one should be ashamed of watching that video. Not one bit. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna slowly finish things up. Mine would be short only because I tend to buy tubes of colors rather than palettes. Yeah. Did you guys see the news about the sarcophages they found in Egypt? No, I haven't. Show us your palettes. Instead of show us your... Yeah. I wanted to do kind of a tour of my storage, palette storage station thingy. It houses about... Most of my palettes are in there. I think there's a few like bigger ones that don't fit anywhere. But what a relief though. Thank God Saturday's over. What's terrible about Saturday? Palette tours make me so happy. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Like the worry is like I need to focus on the fact that you guys seems to have been like really supportive of the amount of palettes and not judgmental. Because the few judgmental randos, they really spoil the fun for everyone else. I watched The Frugal Crafter when I get homesick for the north. She sounds like Maine. She really, really does. She really has that loopy sense of humor too. Oh, she's just fun. Not that I'm a peak Caturdays over just Saturday in general. But it's a day off. Days off are great, no? Why have money when you can have art supplies? Otto says, as I always say, it doesn't matter how much art supplies you buy as long as you're not getting into debt. Collecting palettes is kind of a hobby in itself. Well, if you buy professional grade palettes, there's even a resale value. So it's in terms of buying stuff, it's definitely not the worst choice. Even tubes. Like you can sell tubes of paints you end up not liking on eBay. Oh no. Don't go out of sync, computer. The computer is telling me to go to sleep. Go to sleep. Come back. Come on. What's taking so long? Oh, for Pete's sake. There you go. Yeah, Lindsay the Frugal Crafter is from Maine. Hey, welcome back, Yuri. Go watch Vengeance Meow by Nick T. I'll check it out. Well, thank you, Okuni. "2020 was so psychotic. I think we all need the joy of more art supplies in our lives." Yeah. And I mean, like, the palettes are useful either for reference points in video or for painting. Like, I paint. I actually do paint. So, yeah. Alright. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Special thank you to Otto for being, again, the awesome moderator. And I hope you guys have a nice weekend and a nice whatever is left of your Saturday, or if not, early Sunday, maybe. But yeah, so links are in the description. I will include the link to the paint by number set too. It's not there at the moment, but I will add it shortly. And if you guys are not on the Discord already, you can join up. It's free, it's fun, we talk about all sorts of things over there. And it's a really fun community. So again, thank you guys. Stay sane, have a great weekend, and we will see each other next Caturday. Bye!